Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and Bannock, and welcome to episode 6 of the Spike Nation Weekly Podcast. I'm your host, Jordan Campos, aka 40 Licks, and today's episode, I have a very, very special mystery guest, so you're going to want to stick around for this one. Also, I have my game of the week, and it's a doozy. Remember, you can find all this and more on the Spike Nation Weekly Podcast.
Ça se passe, j'ai sur mon lit à bouffer sa langue en buvant, prends mon whisky quant à moi, peu dormi, vie débris, mais j'ai dû dormir dans la gouttière où j'ai eu un flash. En 4 couleurs. Allez hop, un matin, une louloute est venue chez moi, poupée de cellophane, cheveux chinois, un sparadrap, une gueule de bois, a bu ma bière dans un grand verre en caoutchouc. Comme un indien dans son igloo. Ça plane pour moi. Ça plane pour moi. Ça plane pour moi. Moi. Ça plane pour moi. Ça plane pour moi. Allez hop, la nana.
Hey Spike, I have a very special guest today. You know him as the badass blacksmith of Spike Nation. Welcome to the show, Mr. Purgatory Ironworks himself, Trenton Ty.
What's going on, guy?
What's going on, Trenton?
Oh, man, like I said, it's been pretty crazy down here. This weather has been just nuts. I mean, I know you guys up north have been catching the snow, but yesterday it was raining and almost 80 degrees, and this morning it's down to 28, so you can't freaking win.
You know, I look like a 80-year-old man walking out to my damn car in the morning, and as much salt you can put on the ice, that shit just reappears in like 10 seconds.
Well, you know, Atlanta got, I mean, really and truly, we do not know how to handle snow down here. It's something that we've never seen. I think when one of the videos had gone up about Atlanta.
Where do the black people hide when it snows? I want to know.
Well, see, that's
Popeyes?
That's the crazy thing. I mean, we're all black down here. Everybody keeps thinking that like Georgia is this like all these white people with a few black people that are oppressed. It's 80% black down here. I mean, it's so funny.
It's like that scene from 300 where the arrows rain down.
Well, I mean,
the sun gets flipped.
It's so strange because you know the culture that I grew up with was black culture. I spent more time down in the projects down here than I did at my own house.
Shrimp gumbo.
Oh shit, no, dude, we're in the
good.
swamp, brother. The only thing we can catch is a crawfish. Go to the damn beach. You kidding me?
Hey, that's hillbilly lobster, buddy. I love crawfish.
Hey, let me tell you something. If you want to sum up South Georgia culture, you got to have a busted out Cadillac with some cane poles hanging out the back window and a plastic 5-gallon bucket headed to the creek.
You see, are you saying that I wouldn't look normal in my Toyota Yaris there?
Oh,
I might get snickered at a little bit.
Buddy, let me tell you what. Let me tell you, I love where I'm from. I love South Georgia, but buddy, let me tell you what, it is really a place unto its own.
So Trenton, I want to thank you first for joining me on the Spike Nation Weekly Podcast. And I want to ask you the question that every Spike member wants to ask you. What does a badass blacksmith like you eat for breakfast in the morning?
Oh, man, this morning I got up and I actually made beer biscuits and I started working on the forge this morning, and I was using charcoal, so I actually just grilled some chicken I had on the forge. I mean, this
is all happening in breakfast. You can be like, I could barely make a cup of coffee and eat my off-brand cereal that I bought for $1.99, and you're forging metal while grilling chicken. We're definitely from different worlds, my friend.
Well, I kind of hate that we didn't have this conversation next week because deer hunting season has just died down. And, you know, there's a lot of farmland down here. We have such a problem with feral pigs that after hunting season goes, farmers let people go on their land and hunt pigs.
I mean, I've seen all the Ted Nugent videos, and I think there was maybe a TV show, but yeah, that does look like fun.
Well,
just nailing the pig. I love, roasting pigs and stuff. Listen, we might be from different ends of the world, but I definitely do enjoy roasting a pig, so I wouldn't mind eating me up some wild boar. People pay good money for that.
Well, now here's the thing. Now here's how you tell somebody that actually knows what they're talking about. You don't eat boar. Not down here. A boar hog is the nastiest, most disgusting smelling thing you have ever heard. I mean, you can hit one with your truck, and your truck will stink for 2 weeks.
I think they do have a gland, too, like a musking gland.
Oh, buddy.
That might be it.
Very, very much expressed. And again, not to go... this is what people always lose their brains about with me is the fact that I've got 6 years in college, dual degree in psych and bio. I'm an avid.
I got a half semester credit in Rockland Community College. Just want to throw that in there. So I'm on an intellectual level with you.
I mean,
friend,
the crazy thing is there's so many of us with all these damn high priced degrees that we're still paying off. I mean, for God's sakes, dude, I'm living in a tin can in the middle of nowhere, being a freaking blacksmith of all damn things. But
and to be honest with you, I went to college when I was like 18, and I literally did drop out after like the first semester. But I can tell you to this day, I still have that college loan, and even if it's a community college, I'm still fucking paying that thing off.
Yeah, I mean, it's like permanent chlamydia. You never get rid of.
it just heats up every year or so, you know.
And the crazy thing is that if you declare bankruptcy, and I didn't know this, I thought my buddy was straight out BSing me. If you declare bankruptcy, student loan debt is the only debt that cannot be resolved by bankruptcy. How crazy is that? But anyway,
what about if you fake your own death? I'm sure they'd find a way to find it.
Let me tell you, buddy.
Anyway. Maybe an accidental forging accident next week. Maybe that's what you're hinting at.
Oh God! Look, hey.
While you're making your biscuits over the hot metal stove, it just catches fire.
That's what's so crazy. If any of the guys here on Spike Nation have done the Ren Fair thing, or in that genre, or even any of the Comic Cons, any of the anime stuff.
Oh, you mean like be a part of it or just go?
Well, no.
I always dreamed about being in the Renaissance Fair because I do have a very. If you ever see me in public, I'm sure my friends will attest if they ever join. I always do act a certain way or engage. I always like to see if I can improv a little bit. So I would definitely love to do the Ren Fair.
Well, here's the crazy thing. When you get into that, I mean, it's kind of like a club. I mean, you go to the Ren Fair and you're dressed in these really weird clothes. And the thing is after a while, that's the normal thing. And if somebody comes in regular clothes, they're the freaks.
You could I've seen your outfit before. You could probably sneak in on a Renaissance Fair and no one would question you. They'd be like, oh, that guy's fucking blacksmith.
Well, and you know what? I guess I've never really talked about this in the videos. A large portion of my living is doing shows, and I cover the medieval. I have.
Are we talking donkey shows like in Tijuana or?
Dude, I got flown.
Anything goes in the Purgatory Ironwork show?
Oh, buddy, they call me the Hammer professionally. But no, I have actually 3 different sets. I have a medieval set that has all the clothing and whatnot, and I have a Forge for it. I have a rendezvous set, because that's really a big thing now, French and Indian War era, and I have a Civil War set. So, I mean, I cover 3 very distinct time periods.
I'm looking at your Skype photo right now, and I swear it looks like it's from 1832 or something like that.
Actually, it's very close. That wagon was actually designed, or the design for that wagon came over in 1840, so you're really...
Oh, man!
You're 8 years off.
RCC, baby! RCC, it's paying off. No, I that's one thing. I didn't do great in school, but I was really good at world history and U.S. history, and I do have to... thank my high school teachers for that.
Yeah, that picture was taken just before they flew me out to L.A. I mean, the videos were, when I first started doing these videos...
Bon Jovi getting flown out to, what do you use, like some guy's sugar daddy or something?
No. I am think of me as a band with an anvil. A large portion of my income comes from doing Renaissance festivals, state fairs, and things like this. And the state fair sounds kind of hokey, but they flew me from Georgia
I've seen
to
those
LA.
State fairs, yeah.
And
like that Minnesota State Fair and stuff like that. That's like world known.
Dude, they paid me bank. It cost me $2,000 to ship my wagon to Los Angeles, and then flew out there. And the festival was 28 days long, 1.4 million people. It was crazy.
Oh, man. Are you a single man? Are you married?
No, I'm single. Dude, there's just like...
Oh, man, you must have been trolling that state fair. You kidding me with those blacksmiths? Making
you know what? Here's what kills me.
There's nothing more manly than a man that forges iron with his hands.
But here's the bad thing. When you go to one of these fairs, you are a professional. You are there to do business. Yeah, and the problem is the quickest way to cost you a several $1,000 contract is to chase ass. Because let me tell you, you're there to do a show, and if she forgot to tell you about the boyfriend and they show up tomorrow at the show, the festival management does not care who started it. All they care about is removing the problem. So you're talking, if you rub on some titties, it could cost you 10 or 15 grand. And let me tell you, I have rubbed on some nice ones in my time, but never a pair that cost
never
that
on
much.
the clock. We're never gonna find Mr. Trenton Ty. We're never gonna find the TMZ video of you rubbing up on some 17-year-old titties.
It kills me, dude. Where I'm at, there's like my age. I'm 36 this year. This age demographic does not exist in South Georgia. So when I get suited up and I go like to the Georgia Renaissance Festival, there is, oh my God, everybody's in a freaking bodice. Them things are like pressurized, man. They got like danger contents under pressure. And you want to touch all of them, but you can't touch any of them because you're there on business. And look here, and I don't care what you do for a living. If you do not have discipline about your business, you don't have a business. But that's the suckiest part of my job is they're inches away, and everybody just loves the blacksmith, and I can't touch.
It's like the end of Lord of the Rings, where the rings falling in the lava, and he tries to grab it, and he can't.
I just want to hold them. That's all. I just want to touch them.
All right, so Mr. Trenton, we watched. We only have a couple more minutes. We watched 2 videos. Tried to make it nice and light. So let's first start off. I don't even know what videos we sent. It was the Coca-Cola ad, the Coke commercial that's going everyone crazy. I mean, I don't know. We come from different ends of America, so it'd be good to get our perspective. But I am the more like liberal part, and I think it's kind of annoying. I hate how they're just trying to push it. It seems very you better get with it or something like that. And listen, I love the country that I live in, and I'm glad that we're so diverse and everything. I would rather it done better. I just didn't think it was done tremendously well and as effective as it could have been. What are your thoughts on this?
Well,
this Coca-Cola ad that's making the internet so crazy.
As far as a commercial, I love the song. I thought it was beautifully done.
Oh yeah, the song was nice.
I mean,
and listen, some of the imagery was good.
I really enjoyed that, and I mean, seriously, I mean that was, I mean, whoever was singing that, man, I'm so freaking envious because I can't sing, and I mean to be able to translate that in another language from a technical aspect, man, that was just that was pretty awesome. I mean, I'm very impressed. For a social commentary, who gives a damn?
Point of it they're showing a Coke, we're so liberal, we're this, so this, and it's just like you could have done this lighter. Like it's been doing it for years. Like McDonald's will put one of each race in their commercial. Like you don't have to make a big point about it. Like that's what the whole commercial is like, look how diverse we are. And we're going to market off that because we're Coca-Cola.
And now here's the thing. And look here, you can sit and squall and spin about, the core values of America, blah, 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 blah. First of all, this is one of the most profitable companies in the world. Okay? And again, so, I mean, there's so many levels that you can argue this on, but the fact of the matter, this is a company that produced a video to appeal to the entirety of its base.
They want us to argue and everything like that because it's just going to bring more chatter to it. To me, it's like too self-aware of itself.
And let me put it.
The more beautiful country, the more beautiful commercial does it so subtly that you don't even notice.
And that's fine. I mean, again, this is a company that made a commercial. This isn't a social commentary. It's a damn commercial. And let me put it to you in blacksmithing terms. I mean, because and the reason I use something.
Real man terms.
Well, no. The point is meaningless. It could be underwater basket weaving. When I go to a show, let's just say I go to a Renaissance Festival. Let me tell you something. Renaissance Festival owners are the closest thing to the proof of vampires that we have. I mean, these are hardcore business people. I mean, they do not give a damn. Okay. When I go to a show, I go in and I say, look, my job, I say, I love what I do. I love blacksmithing. I love everything about it. I was like, but that does not matter to you as the owner. I said, my job is to do something to make somebody sit their ass down in front of me for 30 minutes so that they're going to go buy one of your overpriced drinks and another overpriced turkey leg, that is why you pay me. And the idea is that I do that enough times that I make you money. It doesn't matter if I'm doing blacksmithing, basket weaving, pottery. If it doesn't matter if I do something creative with some whipped cream and a feather duster. My job is to make you money. Now, how I go about that is my business, and that's where I get to be proud of what I do. But festival-wise, I am there to make them money. And everything else, and I've seen so many performers that have their asses on their shoulders, that I am a valued performer and blah, 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 blah. No, if you're at a festival and you're being paid to ply your trade, you are being paid so that the festival makes money. That's your cog in it. And it's the same thing with this commercial. This is a company that is making money. And the fact is they made,
Amen, brother.
They made a warm and fuzzy commercial. And look here, the people that made this have got to be rolling up in their warm, fuzzy blankets. Because
they got us spiked. They punked us. They got us talking and arguing. That's what they wanted.
Exactly. So again, from a technical aspect, beautiful commercial. I enjoyed watching it. It's nice, it's sweet, it's happy. It's a nice change from all the crap we normally watch, and at the same time, they ignited debate.
Didn't want to have to cut you off real quick. We have to go to break because my recording software only does 15 minutes. So I'll call you right back.
Rock and roll.
That guys, not much money in the bank, so I can't afford the good software. So Trenton, back to you. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh no. Well, no, it's just like I said. It really is a non-issue. They've made their money. They've made a commercial that's gotten more views for whatever reason, and they're controversial in a good way.
And I've seen other people. I've seen video, other commercials follow. Have you seen the new? It hasn't been posted to Spike. Maybe I'll post it myself. The new Axe body spray one with the people going to war, and they're it's not the Divisive America, but it's a similar style commercial where people are going to war and they make love instead of war, and it's filmed in a similar way, and it's a little touching. I like that one a little better because it has a sense of comic relief in it, but yeah, I know this video was causing everyone to stir, and I could see how it's possible. But yeah, we always need to just remember where it's coming from. It's not coming from, on behalf of Gandhi. It's coming on behalf of Coca-Cola.
Well, there's this. Here's an interesting perspective because because of my accent, the fact is I am supposed to be the token redneck racist.
Yeah, you should be upset about this.
Yeah, I know. Damn our American values
bleeding into one race.
But you gotta understand something. That dude, again, what's here in the South? I've grown up in a majority black culture. Okay, so the fact is when I go up north, even up above Virginia, it kind of makes me uncomfortable because I'm not comfortable with what most people would term white culture. It's not familiar to me. In fact, it's a little bitchy to me. But that's another story for another time. The fact is that we've got. Dude, I am a gun person, and this is bad because I'm sitting here as somebody that literally forged chicken, in a blacksmith shop this morning. That
doesn't sound more black to me. That sounds the most black thing ever.
But no, the whole gun thing and all that. The frontier living type deal. The independent spirit. I've got all of that, but this bull crap about. These immigrants and this problem is stupid. And you hear these Republican guys getting in there and going on about this. And what they don't realize is that the people that talk still appeals to are scheduled to die in about 10 years. They're all in Florida.
And I'd have to, if I had to list in my short 27 years on this planet, if I had to list the most hardest working people I've ever met in my life, I'd say about 8 of the top 10 came from a different country, whether it was Haiti or Romania or Mexico. They're just, people I'm not sure. I'm sure that, if you go to LA, they'll have a different view about this, but at least where I am, it seems to me that the immigrants that came here really came here to better themselves, and they're really proud of the fact that they live in America. So, I mean, I'm definitely, for bringing people in, but yeah. These Republicans, they get a little crazy. I don't think you can forge enough metal to build that wall they want to build.
Well, the problem is again, when politics come up, especially with somebody like me, I'm very proud of what I've been able to do with what little crap I've had. I'm very proud of that. And the problem is again, you've got these two monster parties that, for people like me, they're really damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because, who could...
And how does this affect, I can imagine that even, maybe not the people you associate with, but I can imagine the people that, there is people in Georgia that feel this hardcore Republican way. Do you clash with them? Do you sort of assimilate to just not to avoid it entirely? But I could see.
And here's the crazy thing. There's not that many of that flavor here. That there's not. Most people that are in my circles, even here in the bottom of the state,
it's all on Xbox Live. That's all where it is. It's all just originates.
Look, it's a white kid with his hat turned around backwards and some bling, trying to act black on Xbox. That's the problem right there. Jesus, what a aggravation!
You just outed me on Xbox.
Oh my God! Yes. Dude, it was crazy. But anyway, the thing is for those of us that are that grew up in this environment, it doesn't bother us. Because nowadays that all of us are so poor down here, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is you busting your ass, working hard, and trying to provide for yourself and your family, and everything else falls by the wayside. Look here, if you're in a freaking a lifeboat, and the guy next to you is black, and he manages to catch some fish after you've been starving for 3 days, if you sit there and say, I'm not going to eat that fish because some black dude touched it, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
And that's really the situation that's now.
Wait, this is a very good segue into our next video.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Which is the be careful what you eat. And this, I don't know, you're right next to the ocean, right? You're in Georgia.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, here, first of all, that's sushi. There's your first problem. So this is somebody with one of those wrist issues in San Francisco, New York. And I know that every sushi person out there is going to hate me for saying that. I don't eat sushi, and I take great joy at taking jabs.
Well, you don't eat sushi because you can't grill it on an iron forge. You're probably more of a teriyaki guy. You can high heat. I think you would like eel, though, because I think eel does cook well under high heat. And this might be good. I remember seeing on Bizarre Foods, there's actually a glass workshop in Venice, Italy, that cooks a very special eel under a brick. I don't know. You probably know maybe a furnace. I don't know what the proper word would be.
Yeah, it's called a kiln. It's kiln.
Yeah, kiln.
Kiln. K-I-L-N. Kiln.
Kiln. I'm not going to even have it again. So you don't eat sushi? Why? Why do you not eat
because
sushi?
Let me tell you something. Good. Because it's like that comes out of the ocean. Because to the ocean, it's about 3 hours to the ocean from here, and there is so much other stuff I can run over and take back home and cook. I don't even need to go that far.
See, I could go to I live right next to the Indian Point nuclear power plant. I could just stream some radioactive fish out of that water,
Hey, speaking of things, I'm going to have to confess a little bit of redneckery here to you, because last week, again, it's kind of back to hog season, now that all the deer hunters have
gone. It always goes back to hogs.
Wait, this is so funny. It's so funny because we're right here by Fort Benning. So you'd be amazed at how much military gear slips.
I'm right by West Point.
Yeah, well, at Fort Benning, all the gear kind of slips off to the surrounding areas. And so anyway, on one of these big plantations, one of my buddies managed to get an Apache helicopter helmet that had the night vision goggles built into it.
That's probably worth, I'm just guessing, if it's probably from either the early 2000s or late 90s, you probably have like a $3,000 helmet right there. With the night vision, maybe like $5,000 right there in your hand.
Dude, it's a Gen 3 set. If you don't know what that is, that's one of the.
I'm going off my Pawn Stars knowledge, because I think they had an Apache helicopter helmet at one time.
Well, here's what's crazy. So of course he's got this jacked up Chevy truck with the grill guard and the big tires, right? Well, they went in and they set all the wiring and all the lights on a switch. So if you hit the switch, there's no lights that come on when it cranks up. So what you do is these pigs are out in the fields at night.
You just drive around.
Running over freaking hogs with this big front grill.
It's like Road
It's
Warrior.
horrible.
Like Mad Max.
It's horrible. I mean, dude, look here. I'm all for hunting. My God, but oh my God. But,
yeah, it's like around here. I'm sure you have the same thing around here during deer hunting season. People will there's so many deer here. Like if I showed you my front yard, the deer, like the next door neighbor feeds them. So of course they're like people sort of attentive, and they will just come to you. And like I know that my Uncle Joe, he's not really my uncle, but he would just pull over on the side of the road and just fucking shoot him.
Oh, well, yeah,
take him right there, and I think that's illegal.
Yeah,
like,
that's a rather common occurrence down here. But yeah, it's. But I mean, no, but I mean, it's like Carmageddon except with pigs and rednecks.
Oh man. Let's bring my Yaris down there. I want to try that with it. We probably have to be scraping pig intestines off my undercarriage for the next 3.5 weeks.
I mean, look, when I go hunting, it's a clean kill. It's a one shot. I use a 308. But I mean, but the hogs down here are such a problem. I mean, they do. I mean, literally millions of dollars worth of damage, and they breed so quickly. I mean, you know, you hate to waste.
They're like Tara Reid.
Oh, buddy, let me tell you. Oh God.
Except Tara Reid's a little dirtier than a wild hog.
It's like suddenly there was nothing, and there's just fat Kardashians running everywhere.
Oh, don't come on! The hogs aren't that hairy.
Oh God, you'd be surprised. They stink. They stink, so it's very similar, very difficult to tell them apart. Well, they're hobbits too, right? Isn't that just what the last South?
Yeah, that was South Park.
God. Bitch, tell me again how you ain't a hobbit.
Okay, I'll tell him.
Anyway.
Well, Trenton, I want to say thank you for joining me on the Spike Nation Weekly Podcast. It was a big help because honestly I had no clue what I was going to do this week. So thank you so much.
Hey, anytime.
And is there anything you got coming out? Any good DVDs you'd like to plug? Come on, let's get that audience give Trenton money. This guy's a hardworking guy.
Let me tell you what, guys. This is really going to be a hell of an experiment because I mean I just got through managing a Habitat for Humanity company. I mean I was head mofo there.
Oh, you're building a home for K-Dog?
Oh God, there's plenty of them. Yeah, he'll have plenty of cardboard boxes to choose from.
He could tear it up, make some litter out of it.
Yeah. But no, it's crazy now. So I've moved back to the original shop here in Morgan. There's not shit down here, and so literally my sole source of income is what I'm doing with the DVD. So if you've ever wanted to support the work, now would be the time. But anyway,
and we do. So. Where could we find that DVD? PurgatoryIronworks.com?
PurgatoryIronworks.com.
Oh, man. That is the best website I've ever seen in my life.
It's not that great because I built it. But the knife making DVD is out. The blacksmithing DVD is out. And this week we're actually filming the welded forge. A lot of people use the brake drum, but I'm actually filming how to construct one if you got access to a welder. That's going to be the next DVD, and there's going to be some other stuff. But really and truly, guys, again, you know, the long game here is to bring the YouTube channel up to where there's actually enough advertising money off the views to actually support.
Well, I'm sure we're going to reach that goal with your appearance on the Spike Nation Weekly Podcast. We're really going to get those viewers up. At least try the best we can.
God, I love you guys, and I have to really say a thank you to Bannock because Bannock's been like looking at all the details in the videos, and he picked out this big ass bone handled sword that's on the wall, and.
Oh yeah, I saw that, and he made how did you make this badass? Didn't you post a video, or I remember seeing a video?
No,
on how to
that
make
was
a bone.
something I made years ago. It's made out of the spring from a tractor trailer. It's a monstrosity. The blade is like almost 3/4 of an inch thick, and I'm actually going to do a little. I'm going to take it off the wall and show it to everybody because it really is just a kick-ass piece. So thanks for noticing it, Bannock. You'll see more of it soon.
Yeah, I was trying to get Bannock on this, but that guy's avoiding me. You know, I can see how that's possible. But
Trenton, we're all creepy, man. Not all of us want to
I know, right? Not all of us want to show that. Yeah, listen, I'm not showing myself on camera again.
I mean, my God.
That's why I'm doing the podcast, man. It's on a video
It's kind of creepy because, like I say, you know, when I say Morgan, Georgia, everybody goes to Google and starts pulling up the damn satellite feed, you know, and every morning I crack the door open and make sure there isn't some fucking weirdo out in the driveway. Hi, I'm Spike Nation.
It's like, oh man, that'll be the day when someone's at my doorstep saying they're from Spike Nation. That's when I immediately get my gun.
I mean, can you imagine all the shit that you talk when you're playing an online game if somebody actually found out where you lived and you really pissed them off?
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I used to, if you knew me before, like, I really think Spike Nation changed my life, and I feel like it mellowed me out, because my buddies will attest, I was the worst shit talker, but, like, the best shit talker. Like, I made kids cry, I would tell them their parents were going to die of cancer, and I just remember I'm not joking you, that's, like, the littlest bit of it, and it's so much worse that I can even explain. My buddies would have to come on and tell you I was the worst person, and I remember, like, one day, some guy was just like, why are you doing this, man? Like, why? And I was just like, I don't know. Like, I'm sorry, I got daddy issues. Like, I never just. And that day, I was just like, no more shit talking. And now, whenever I go on, I try to make it fun. I try to like interact with people and sort of build a community on Xbox. But Trenton, I'm running out of time again. This is great though. Nice filler material. Thanks for joining us at Spike Nation Weekly Podcast, guys. Go to PurgatoryIronworks.com. Make sure to buy the DVDs, and hopefully Trenton will give us a nice video next week about the knife.
Yep.
That Bannock pointed
Coming
out.
up.
So, Trenton, thanks a lot. Have a wonderful day.
Take care, dude.
You too, buddy.
Hey guys, so this week's game of the week is called Mountain Blade Warband. It's an old one, but it's a really good one. It's similar to the Total War franchise, if you've ever tried that one out, where you can interact with hundreds of characters on screen at once. Except in this one, you have a persistent character, and you can go to different towns and form different alliances, and all in a first-person and third-person view aspect. It's a really good one, and I suggest you check it out. So I just wanted to thank Mr. Trenton Trey of Purgatory Ironworks for being my guest this week. You can visit his website at PurgatoryIronworks.com and make sure to buy his new DVD. I need music from you guys, so please send it to me in the link below. Thanks for listening, and remember, if it's not spiked, don't drink it. Fuck you, Nepal.
I've been down and out too many times to count. I've been down that road before. I dusted myself off and come back for more. I can't trust myself. Someone else. I don't know just what I'm looking for. I dusted myself off and come back for more. When I was just